Alrighty. Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, last class of the day. It's Monday. It's Monday. No, it's not Friday yet. Ah, ah. Not, we're just starting the week. It's just Monday. All right. Some of you are falling way, way, way behind. You're not turning in your assignments. So please, please, please make sure that you get those done. All right. And as I told you, getting that spreadsheet done is kind of foundational because we're going to keep working with that. So the assignment for today is still working with those 17 topics that you have on that spreadsheet. So up here, I have listed the 17 clusters and what they want you to do. Consider this like a little quiz. If you had to put these careers under these headings, where would you put them? So you want to go through each of these on the list and match it with one of the clusters. And there might be several of them that go under. So give yourself some space to keep adding a career under a cluster because some of them go under the same cluster and some of the clusters won't be used. Okay. So at the end of the day, after you've finished going through all of these uh, topics down here, you might be able to eliminate some of these. All right. I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute because actually a good lot of you are here. I think you all are the ones that come consistently. There's a whole set of folks who are on the roll who have never shown up for the new semester. Yes, you do. Xavier, thank you for acknowledging that. But yes, you do. All righty. Yes, I know some of y'all are still trying to get over the fact that you have a new teacher. Well, I'm here for the rest of the semester. So I am not the substitute. All right, that being said, like I said, like there's a whole handful of folks who probably couldn't log in that first day and gave up because I have a lot of people on roll who are not showing up. But I think those of you who are present right now are the consistent ones. Um, where's London? London logged into my last class. Now she's not in this class. Oh, I need to probably change the date on that. So let me go back and do that for you. Okay. By the way, if you're looking for this, this is in the module. All right, CTO spreadsheet. There we go. And yeah, it's locked. So let me edit that. And I'm going to make that. So yeah, folks, you see this assignment is already late. So let's make that open until Friday because we want to get that out of the way. And again, it's important that you work on that spreadsheet because it is foundational. What to do? All right. So I didn't change the due date, so it's still late. Or maybe I'll change the due date. Do y'all a favor. Do y'all a favor, because a lot of you still have to turn that in. I'm gonna make today the due date. And then Friday, it'll be open until Friday. Yep. Happy New Year. All right, so that one will not is it's gonna be late if you don't turn it in today. And then it'll you can still turn it in late up until Friday. Then it will be closed. And we're gonna move on after that. Okay, I'm gonna open this right here. All right, this was the template that you were supposed to use. So all the clusters were listed in your first column. Okay, and there was somebody who had done it as a yeah. Thank you, Lila, because yeah, and only talk in the chat if you're asking me a question. Okay, that's what the chat is for, and I will answer your question. But it's not for you to socialize and go yeah on somebody else's comments. Okay, I like when you ask the question to everybody because your question might be something everybody could use, but we don't want to have to turn it off so that you can only talk to me. All right. So let's get past having that conversation every time we have class. All right. So if this was a spreadsheet, and let me see if I can. Um, if you had done this in Excel, it would have columns to it. Okay. In the email, can you send it? I know you probably sent it, Carter. You probably sent it to me in the email because this was closed, but it's open now. So can you please send it in the drop file for the, because otherwise I'll have to transfer it. Thank you. All right, it's open now. So all y'all who still need to send me a spreadsheet can do that in the drop file. All right. So technically a spreadsheet should look like this. It should have columns. And so you would have had the clusters in the first column. And these are the list of all the clusters. The second column was the list of the CTSOs. And then after that, you would have had the next column that had leadership opportunities, careers, and scholarships. Okay, and like I said, this is going to be foundational. You're going to pull information from that. All right, so for today's activity, you're using these same cluster titles. So you don't have you can just copy the first column over again. We're not looking at the rest of it. We're not looking at the CTSOs. We're looking at the first column. Actually, you can look at the careers column. The careers column might help you to organize today's assignment. Okay. All right. So let me close this. Let me close this and come back to today's assignment. All right. So everybody should have done the finding a career. Um, this was the last assignment. That's not due till Wednesday, so please, that won't be late until Wednesday, so that you still have time to turn that in without me having to adjust it. And this is today's assignment. So they're all in the module, one after the other. So again, I just put this list here so that you don't have to go back and forth. But this is the list that should be the first column on your spreadsheet. And then this is kind of a test. You have all these careers, and then your job is to figure out if you had to put them under a cluster title, where would you put them? All righty, let's see. Let's see. Okay, there it is. All right, so the chat is set up so that you can't talk to each other. You got to talk to me only. I send the link for this? I sure can. All right, so that's the link for this assignment. Change this to view as student. All right, so there is and again, you can do it as a text where you just copy all of the clusters and then type underneath, or you can do a separate document and upload it in your folder. let me see. Carter. Give me 1 second. Ah, okay. Okay. Carter. I'll fold this up. It's easier to do it this way. All right, Carter, looks like this is the next assignment that you could work on. All right, so that you, hold on once I'm letting someone in. Okay, it is, and I think it's the one prior to the one that I think you need to do this one too. No, you need, I saw that you submitted two things, so it might have been this one. But the one that you did not submit is this one, finding a job you love. All right, so you're looking at on your spreadsheet, you have a column that has careers, and there may be one career that or two that keep showing up all the way up in all 17 topics. So make a list of all the ones that show up multiple times. Then you're going to underline with the ones that speak to you. So a career that might interest you. And then think about yourself as far as what your talents and strengths are, and say why the career that you picked out best fits your skills. And then look at how does education or training requirements uh, fall in line with your goals? In other words, you pick something. Do you plan to go to college? Do you plan to go to a four-year college, a community college? How does what is needed for this job fit with your plans for an education, further education? Did you plan on going to college? Okay. And then and then the last step is to find a college or university that offers a study plan that goes with the career that you picked, and explain I don't know what that 9 is there, the length of the program. Oh, okay. I'll just take that 9 out of there. And how many years? The length by that, I mean how many years? Okay, length of program. And that should have been a bracket. How many years? There you go. Okay. Save. Okay. And a couple of you still have that activity to do, so hopefully you were listening to the explanation of how to do it and what to do with it. Um, Jada, I'll try that with another assignment. With this one, most people are already done with their spreadsheet, so this wouldn't be a good assignment to start with. Um, but for another assignment, I will. Okay. Carter, do me a favor, or maybe I can do it. You put your spreadsheet in today, the folder for today's assignment, and it's wonderfully done, by the way. Yeah, if you could put this assignment in the folder for the spreadsheet, because you put this as your spreadsheet in today's folder. Um, I'd appreciate that. And then when you do today's assignment, you can just delete this one. All right, it is very nicely done. If you don't mind, I'm going to share yours. If somebody asks, what does a good spreadsheet look like? It looks like this. All righty. All right. So again, folks, you had the title. Up here at the top is the name of the cluster, first column. And again, this wasn't done in a spreadsheet form, but this is totally acceptable if most of you did it this way. So your CTSO is the first topic. Then you had the examples. Did he get kicked out? And then you have your careers, your scholarship, your scholarships that are available, and the colleges that you can go to that specialize in these topics in that particular heading. Okay, so this is well done. So this is an example of what you can do with your spreadsheet. Doesn't have to look like a spreadsheet. Okay, gotcha. I knew you were here. Alrighty, so that's that. But it's in the wrong folder, so if you could switch that for me, please, I'd appreciate that. Because I can't grade it here. Oh, wait a second. You might already have it there. And you just did it twice. Yeah, you did. All right, so you don't have to, you've already got it in that folder. Yeah, so you just did it twice. Mm. Okay. Rayla, you can put that in your in the folder. It's open now, so you don't put it here. Put it in the folder and I'll look at it now. It's open now. Sure. Um, it'll say the one that you said 1 out of 34. Put it in that same place. It was closed, but it's open now. All right. Nia and Xavier. I'm gonna do a breakout room for you and Jada. Just give me a minute. sure. Let me pull it up what you did first. Um, Okay, London. Um, I need to put you. Let's see. Signed. Yeah, okay. All right. London. You've been assigned to a breakout room. Where is London? London. London, are you listening? Okay, hold on. This is what happens when somebody else sign in and then disappear. We're trying to work with you. Why did it close out? All right. All right. Anybody else having difficulty wants to have a chat? Mari, you stretching or you raising your hand? Do I need to put you back in? Is that what you're saying, Jada? Okay. Oh, I think they're sitting there waiting for you. All right, I think you can go now. There you go. Just going to. Um, yes, folks, it's just about time to go. So if you're in a good place, you are welcome to go ahead and log off. And I'll see you Wednesday. I'm sorry.